Okay, ladies and gentlemen. The Matadors lead 3-1, so they have clinched the team competition. But we have another great fight coming up for you. It's our heavyweight fight, our fifth and final of the night. And now, representing Mexico City, from Chihuahua, Mexico, Mr. Mario Heredia.
Heredia from Juarez. That's a tough town to grow up in, and he's barely grown up. He's just 18 years old from the state of Chihuahua. Gold medal winner, Mexican National Olympics 2010. He has big power. He came out in his debut and knocked out a knockout artist from Miami, Donovan Dennis, in the third round, 153, one big punch, and it was over.
And for your home team, representing the Matadors from Long Beach, California, David, the dream catcher, Imoesiri.
When I was 12 years old, my mother passed away. I had to get pushed into being a man really, really young. And when I grew up, I realized what I really can do. If it wasn't for boxing, I wouldn't be here today. It's the easiest thing I know how to do besides tying my shoes. I take my passion into the ring. I don't box for a living. I box for life. My name is David Aaron, the dream catcher Imoesiri, and I fight for my legacy.
Stand up! Stand up! Stand up! Stand up!
David Imoesiri has learned how to be a boxer. When he first started here in the World Series of Boxing, he was still working on his style, still developing, still becoming a fighter. And, you know, he's put it all together. He's got some good experience in the World Series of Boxing. He's gained some confidence. And,
well, he uses his accuracy and his quickness, and this is going to be a classic matchup, his quickness against this other cat who I saw down in Mexico.
Oh, yeah.
Mario has no fear. He's a big, big brawler. So David's going to have his hands full. Let's go back over to Rick and get us going here for the announcement.
Okay, in the blue corner, 19 years of age, weighing in at 220.2 pounds. His WSB record, 1-0 from Chihuahua, Mexico. Please welcome heavyweight Mario Heredia. And in the red corner, he's back. You saw him win here 2 weeks ago against a tough Javante Charles from the Memphis Force, weighing in at 218.6 pounds. His WSB record 4-1, currently ranked number 3 in WSB heavyweight. And he's trying to earn a chance to fight for a spot on the 2012 U.S. Olympic team. Fighting out of the LBC, Long Beach, California. It's time, once again, to watch David, the dream catcher, Imoesiri. Referee for the heavyweight competition is David Denkin.
All right, gentlemen, I don't want no hitting back here or no blows. Watch your head. Good luck to you. God bless you. Touch him up.
and on the head-to-head for these heavyweights, pretty closely matched up. 6'2", a little bit older is Imoesiri, and maybe a little bit wiser, but look how close their weights are too. The experience may be a factor in this one.
David Imoesiri has been very busy. He has improved, as Sean has pointed out. He lost a very close round number one for the heavyweights. David Imoesiri in November lost a very close split decision against an Australian heavyweight, Trent Rollins, who was fighting for Miami at the time. But since then, he's taken on Javante Charles. He won a unanimous decision, and he took on a Juan Heredia, another Mexican heavyweight, and blew him out in unanimous decision. Craig Lewis took care of him. Javante Charles took care of him. He's lost his last 4 in a row is what I'm trying to say. But he's in against a guy that's pretty darn good young man who's got the national championship down in Mexico.
18 years old, and he has a lot of anger in the ring. And watching his face and his stare down.
Look at his size of his legs, Sean. He's a huge. There's never been a Mexican heavyweight champion, and a lot of future hopes on this young man. He'll get a great test against Imoesiri, who's a boxer fighter.
Real working fighter is Imoesiri too. When he first got into this tournament, he was a little bemused, not quite sure what he's doing. Now he's so focused and he's just so accurate. So
nice
much
right
more
hand.
accurate than he was when he first started.
You just pointed out, as you were saying it, that right hand was an accurate right hand. He's more focused. He's developed into a more complete fighter, more disciplined. And he's a pure fighter from all his life, really. And you see these guys grow in this series. You see those punches, putting it together like that,
quick.
Backing up Heredia.
So quick. Heredia has something wrong with that left hand. He keeps wadding it up with his right. See, watch him with that left. Close that mouth. His mouth is open. Oh, good right hand. Overhand right is a great weapon for Imoesiri. That's his best punch, he says. He learned how to box starting in the Police Athletic League. His mother, Faye, had just died, and his coach, Sanders, gave him direction in his life.
Became basically his dad, Joseph Sanders, down in Long Beach. They tell him where he was headed without any direction. He said boxing's been his life. Very patient right now. Round 1 scheduled for 5. Final fight of the evening. The LA Matadors are going to the World Championships. That's why people in this area have packed these buildings the last couple of times, because they got wind of some great boxing action here in Hollywood. And nobody's left, Sean.
Not at all.
That's unusual for LA, let me tell you that right now.
Well, and these are heavyweights. Look at the action from these two heavyweights. Imoesiri, good shape. He's spending time in the gym. You know, we really see him going through this change in his style and his confidence, the way he carries himself in the ring. Heredia has to get throwing punches. He's trying to set up that right hand, but not able to.
Well, he doesn't have enough of a jab to do it, really. I mean, like I said, he's a brawler out of the tough town of Juarez.
Looks to me like he has a problem with that left hand, maybe injury over there.
It's kind of pawing at it, isn't he? Looks like way, doesn't it?
It does.
Final 10 seconds, round 1. Right hand from Charles over the top of that left hand. He's going to be defenseless without an effective left hand against Imoesiri. There's no doubt about it. Woo, whistled an uppercut there right at the end.
Well, a good first round for Imoesiri. He is like the same type of fighter round after round. He puts on pressure. He throws good straight combinations. He goes in and he battles. Real faithful young man.
Wait for it.
And he really loves boxing. Becoming a student of the game.
Underneath that right hand, baby. All right?
Nice and control finishing. Nice and control boxing. Easy boxing.
This guy cannot.
Listen to Manny work over there.
This is a cannot fight going back. He's not going to stay right. He takes the dash back. He's lost. He doesn't know what to do.
Very good point. Good eye from Manny Robles.
See, I'm talking about Bonilla here. When I called the knockout, he set it up with 2 big jabs, and he's not throwing it. We'll get to round 2 in a second here. Round 2 in the heavyweight division. David Imoesiri in the black trunks with the gold trim, taking on Mario Heredia of Chihuahua, Mexico. Now, in the corner, Francisco Bonilla was telling Heredia to set up that right hand with his jab. The knockout I saw at his debut fight, he did have a nice jab, but tonight it looks kind of awkward with it, as Sean O'Grady was pointing out, and it's not effective. And Imoesiri, he's going to be defenseless against Imoesiri if he doesn't have that jab, because Imoesiri's got too many different ways to come at you, especially with the right hand.
These kids are making contact, physical contact every day in the gym. Their hands get beat
Ooh,
up.
right hand right there.
cross.
What did we say? That's the one. He's got Heredia going backwards. Imoesiri does not have a KO in this series. He would like to get one tonight and close out this show in big style for the Matadors, who've won the championship.
He could get it with that right hand. You know, he's found a home for that overhand right. Sometimes you go to the body just to set up that right hand.
What an accomplishment for Manny Robles. A lot of times this year his team didn't have enough fighters due to injuries, and and being worn out in the gym, but they managed to even go in shorthanded in some of those matches and win those when they only had 4 fighters available in foreign turf. And got to compliment him and Jose Navarro, the Olympian who's on his staff from here in Los Angeles, and the job they've done with these Matadors. Took them up when they had a chance up to Big Bear before they went to Mexico City to fight in altitude for a week. Spent the extra money, and that paid off because they were going out there and win. Heredia is just looking here to throw some big bombs, and Imoesiri, nice left hand right there.
Good uppercut from Heredia. Heredia really is a one-handed fighter at this point. Now what can you do with a hurt hand? See him wrapping it up right there? That left hand, he's balling it up. You see, when you get your tendons flattened in there, you can't close your hand all the way. So you ball it up with the other hand.
So he's trying to fight through that injury.
Tough. That's how they do it. It's just part of it.
He's a tough guy. I can't imagine what he's gone through to get to this point in his life.
Of course, and it's a tough part of the trade.
Gold medal winner at the Mexican National Olympics in Veracruz in 2009. He followed up in Guadalajara in 2010. He's had 67 amateur fights at the tender age of 19 years old, 58 wins, 9 losses, so he's been in there a lot.
Oh, good cross from David again. Imoesiri setting up that right cross with a double jab.
Very active round 2 here, 20 seconds left. Heredia tried to step it up. I think he figured he lost that round 1. Tell you what, he's going to be tough. I mean, David knows he's in against these guys coming out of Mexico. You don't get to this level. Whistling that left hand seems fine there, Sean. Big hook. He's going to throw a big hook now. David's on his going backwards.
Winding up is Heredia.
I think we're into extra time here in this round.
Extra inning?
Well, why not fight a 4-minute round?
Somebody's not watching the clock. Or somebody's watching the fight.
Well, we'll just call it.
Is this over?
So the referee's looking at the timekeeper right now going, how long is this going to go on?
Well, you know, the fighters get 3-minute clock in their head.
The referee has one, too. He's looking over at the timekeeper. Hey, we got commercial breaks. Now the referee says, give me a bell.
Well, I say 10 seconds.
That's the longest round of the year, Sean. Wow. I don't know if it'll all make it on television, but that was interesting.
Wow. You know, that's what happens. Stop.
How we doing, Matadors? How we doing? All right, you ready?
There's a couple of superstars. Lou Ferrigno, still in great shape, still training people here in Hollywood. Former world bodybuilding champion, and Evander Holyfield with our court jester in front of him. I got to do all that again. Lou Ferrigno and Evander Holyfield in attendance here tonight as we go to round number 3.
Watching some terrific boxing. It has been a barn burner of a night.
Heredia going to work to that uppercut now. He's going to step up the pressure. I told you he's a tough customer, Sean. If David's not careful, this guy will get on top of you. He's a brawler.
Well, and he does his best damage, later in fights, sometimes allowing his opponent to be the front runner in the first couple of rounds.
Well, whatever's wrong with that left hand, it seems to have healed itself, because look at Imoesiri caught him with a right hand going backwards. Heredia's got some big tree trunks for legs. It's hard to chop him down.
No tying up, says the referee, David Dinkins. No wrestling in there.
Now you're going to have the elbows going back, pushing backwards and forward. Heredia almost had a real professional move right there, pushing the opponent off and hitting him on the way out. Uppercut inside. Heredia complained to the referee a little bit about the holding. Heredia, I tell you, he's a big boy. And he's loosened up now in this third round.
Well, Imoesiri has to pick up his speed because Heredia is getting so close that he just ties him up, ties up Imoesiri.
Oh, we're going to get some warning here.
Timeout.
We're going to talk about things. Oh, must be the mouthpiece. I didn't see it fly out.
Oh, I thought it was a warning for the timekeeper. Get the time right or else.
They're actually going to let him wash it off here in L.A. We've seen stuff on the road here. Sean and I, the mouthpiece hits the mat, and then they put it right back in their mouth. It's the 3-second rule, I guess, like we have in the house.
The 30-minute rule, I think, yeah.
Now, David coming out pumping that jab a little bit over the top a little bit more, realizes he's got to get a little bit more busy to get some points in this fight. Heredia's come to life here in this third round. I tell you what, he's a natural fighter. I liked what I saw in his debut as long as it lasted. I mean, he just uppercut there from Imoesiri using his arsenal and his quickness.
Speed from David. He's just gotten so much better as a fighter. Look at this. His hand is free. You know, referee didn't say stop. It's Heredia who's trying to tie up David who's punching.
Because he's getting hit with such crisp shots right there. It's made a difference.
You know, when you've got a fighter that's so fast like David Imoesiri in this heavyweight division, you want to hold him still. You want to hang on to him. Make him stand still. You can't hit him. Like
right hand from Heredia trying to hit him. 43 seconds left in round 3.
Trying to hit him, but David pulled around. He turned on that punch to take the power away from it.
You know, Heredia's gotten some good training from somewhere, even though it was a late into this series. I think they wanted him in here all along. He's the best looking heavyweight they have down there. 20 seconds coming up round number 3. Nice body shot, David.
Good work.
Oh, good punch. Left hand in there, followed up with a right. Imoesiri really looking sharp tonight at times, Sean.
Would love to have a knockout, wouldn't he?
He doesn't have one. That's going to be tough against this guy.
Well, it was a good third round for David Imoesiri. It seemed like he started slowly in that third at the first portion of it, but here in the latter part, he rallied through combinations, trying to shake out his arm. Manny Robles trying to just loosen the arm, just loosen up his arm. Listen.
We go to round number 4. We could say this is the bonus fight, sort of, for the Matadors because they closed out the team competition tonight. Imoesiri, they're going to the center ring right now.
Bonus fight. Look at this pressure from David. Down low, pushing in behind his punches. He does want to knock out.
I think he does. See if he can get it without getting knocked out.
Ooh.
Get inside that stiff arm he faced right there from Heredia. Like I said, the Matadors have already closed out the championship. This is just a little extra icing on the cake if they get a heavyweight win tonight from David Imoesiri.
Ooh, good right cross from Heredia. Heredia's mad.
Yeah, he wants to brawl. He wants to brawl. That's what he does. He's not the slickest. He's not the slickest peach in there, is he? Come off the ropes, got caught with a right hand from David Imoesiri from Long Beach. A lot of fans in here from Long Beach, just down the road from L.A.
Listen to me, says David Jenkins.
Round number 4, excuse me. Inside 2 minutes left. They've worked hard in there, the heavyweight division. The dance right there.
Well, you know, you tell a lot about a fight by who is doing the holding or tying up or trying to stop the action. And to me, it's Heredia. Good jab, good jab. You know, and frustration setting in for Heredia.
Awkward, right? He just got caught right there. He's getting beaten up right now. If Imoesiri can keep up those sharp, accurate punches, he'll chop this guy down. Depends on how much he's got left in his tank. You know he's been working hard all season.
And he's been in several, tough, draining fights like this.
Yeah, he's gone the distance every time.
Sixth bout in the World Series of Boxing.
Yeah, only one he lost was his first one.
Trent Rawlings back in November 23rd, and he has been active. He loves fighting. He loves learning. Well schooled.
No marks on the face of Heredia, really, though, in the fourth round here. 40 seconds coming up left in this fight. He wants to just slug.
He's angry.
Yeah, he's a little hot. Look how young this guy is.
Yeah, exactly. Is he 18 years old?
Yeah.
19. Very young.
I had him 18. The announcer announced 19. Somewhere in there.
Trying for that home run ball.
Trying the bolo uppercut.
Is it a punch, a bolo uppercut?
I just named it. Oh, I don't know what the heck it was. Going to round 5.
All right, baby. Here we go. Breathe. Hold it. Okay, put it in the breathe. Be smarter in the last round, okay? Look, be smarter in the last round. You won every round. Yeah, you won every round. But we want you to close the show too, though, David. Okay? Breathe. Be smart. The last round.
Hardly ever hear that. Close the show. You won every round.
You're right. You won every round, but close the show. Stay loose. Stay relaxed.
Fifth and final round in heavyweight division. We heard David Imoesiri's corner. Manny Robles telling me you've won every round, but close the show. That's a nice thought. A lot of times they'll say you won every round, but don't get hurt.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, right hand.
That's how you close the show.
That's how you close the show. Nice one right there.
They're trying to keep him relaxed, David. That's why they're shaking out his arms. They're just trying to keep him loose in there. He's a better fighter when he's loose. He's harder to hit, and his punches are more fluid. They're straight. They're cracking. They're snapping. Oh, and Heredia just wants to just hold still. I want to land you one shot.
Yeah, quit bobbing up and down, please.
How dare you move like that?
Well, once again, the LA Matadors have had a good night already.
Frustration manifest on the face of Heredia. Heredia, we'd love nothing better.
Danny said, I just knew this was going to be a tough fight for Heredia because David's too smart to stand there and get pounded on.
Oh, that's a good cross.
Finally got one in. Oh, he counters with the right hand of his own. I tell you, the fans tonight here have been great. You can't really see in the camera angle we got here, but behind us, there are hundreds of people in this room tonight, and you've heard their voices.
They're behind us, and they're behind the LA Matadors.
140 left, round 5. David Imoesiri trying to close out the show in a big way.
A real clinic from David.
Matadors looking to win tonight 4-1. The only big upset was the Shabransky, the Ukraine pain train, got taken down tonight by Kennedy Katende, who's a slick fighter from Uganda, Sweden, wherever you want to say he's from. Lives all over the planet.
Parts unknown. Worldwide traveler.
Well, Heredia's, there's the bolo punch to the guy. Oh, he got caught. He got staggered right there. Can Imoesiri close the show? Can he close the show? That's the question. Heredia, he just knocked him down. They're going to call that a slip. A punch to the back of the head, no knockdown. Does he want to get up, though? That's the point.
You got to be able to get up on your own or it's over.
Doesn't matter where the punch came from.
Well, that's what David wanted. David has to jump on.
He's gone, man. He's gone. If David can land some accurate punches, Heredia's just barely hanging in there. The referee needs to think about stopping this thing. Heredia's just trying to survive. David trying to get his first knockout of the WSB series. He's got him virtually knocked out. I mean, he's virtually knocked. There's nothing there. Look at him. He could get seriously hurt here.
Ready to go. Too many shots, an overhand right. Since that first round, the overhand right.
Is the time going to last for Heredia to make it through? A non-technical knockout once the bell goes off, which was actually a knockout. Look at him. He's just holding on right now. Well, he did close the show.
That's what they told him to do. He did.
Look at Imoesiri go to his knees. Yes, I got myself a knockout that won't be called a knockout, but he closed the show. That's the way to close the show. That's the way the Matadors feel about themselves after this one.
And what a difference in David from the early part of this season. He's just grown.
Got stronger. He's gotten stronger.
As a fighter.
Are you ready to watch the LA Matadors in the playoff, the World Series of Boxing playoff? Join the email at LAMatadors.com.
Yeah, maybe we'll figure out what David Imoesiri can say about himself if they don't put too many other fighters in the ring. I was noticing tonight that the sponsors, the team people bought these guys some team outfits to wear tonight, the ones that weren't fighting. The nice black vest with red shirts, team colors, red ties. Take a look at, he tried that little uppercut thing and paid the price with the straight right. Mike, got people saying goodnight to me here. They're very important people here from LA I want to say goodbye to. There's a right hand right there that, on the back of the head.
Everybody give it up for your knockout girls too, baby. Give it up for your knockout girls. All right, we'll see y'all at the W.
Yeah, we'll.
LA represent, baby. What? David Imoesiri in the house.
Hey, that was a knockdown.
All right, let's go to the ring announcer for the Fish National, Rick Schwartz.
Thank you, Alan. Ladies and gentlemen, in our final bout of the evening, we have a unanimous decision. Judge Tony Krebs scores the fight 50-45. Judge James Jenkins scores the fight 50-45. And finally, Judge Vince Delgado scores the fight 50-44. All in favor of your Los Angeles Matador, David the Dreamcatcher Imoesiri.
What a good night for these kids. Nobody really understands how hard they've worked to have a successful season. Fearless Fowler right up here above me. He's going to be fighting later on this week to close out his year and earn a chance to go to the individual championships. David Imoesiri, a fighter who has improved. This is a group of kids right here that have grown together. They live together. And let's go to Sean O'Grady for some reaction. Sean, jump in there somewhere. I don't think they can get through. What a great celebration right there. The champions. Oh, people don't realize how hard this sport is. They don't really realize how hard. It's the hardest sport in the world. The training and what it takes to become a champion.
Hey, David. Hey, you got a minute? What if we talk to you for a second? Hey, wow. Over this whole season, we've seen such a change in you. What's different about you tonight?
I want it, and God was in my heart, and every single punch that I threw, every step that I took, he was there. That's what the difference was.
You applied yourself not only in this fight, but also this season. How much of a different fighter does that make you, even as a person?
It just makes me show my character through all big punches, all fouls. Any setback that you have during a round, you got to still think your way through it and be a champion till the last bell rings.
I saw Manny Robles rubbing your arms tonight, trying to loosen, kind of keep you loose. What was that all about? Were you getting tight?
He knows my hands get a little heavy at times. I am a heavyweight trying to punch like Rashid.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, you wanted a knockout tonight, though. I saw it in that final round.
I really wanted it. I got to make sure that this is going to be as apparent as possible. I got to get it.
This World Series of Boxing is really unique because of the team concept. How much, I saw you all celebrating, how much importance is this team, Manny Robles and all the other guys here?
These guys are my family. These ain't nothing more than you say that. I got 3 dads and a million brothers. Like, I love all of you guys. I love the fans that come out. I love this.
These fans love you. You know what? I've seen you grow as a person, and I think this has been a terrific night for you. What does this win mean to you?
That I'm going to keep getting better. There's always room to get better. Always room to get better.
I like that. You know, it really does work. There is a system to this madness. Manny knows the system, and you really work the madness. Way to go, man. Way to go. Very nice. David Imoesiri gets the victory. Alan, I think he's happy about that. They work hard.
Yeah, there they go, doing their chance. Work hard, work hard. What other choice do you have? Matadors, what an evening tonight, closing out a championship, and the kids, you can see it in their faces and their reactions. That's why we come. That's why we love this sport, and that's why you come and watch it. Evander Holyfield tonight lending his support, and he's in the ring with the LA Matadors getting some pictures done. He's been a great supporter of this series. He was a former Olympian himself, and he knows that this type of format can change the face of boxing, not only in America, but also in the world. The pose down right there, there's a shot they'll remember for the rest of their lives. All those guys aspiring to be just a little bit as good as Evander Holyfield's been with his 5 world championships here in L.A. There's the celebration at the end. Feels as good as any championship is a good championship, and these guys have worked their rear ends off all year to win it for the team. We'll be back with more reactions from Los Angeles after this brief timeout.